present to you the next member of parliament for the Petite Savane constituency, Mr. Jullan Defoe. Let's hear it for him.
Let not your hearts be troubled. Wipe away your tears and fears. Cause I know love will conquer evil. Oh, oh yeah. And even through my darkest nights, oh, fear not, there is on my side to protect I. Oh yeah. And even though the rods are outside, Lord, 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 fear not, though my chances are slim. Yet my hopes are so high. Living in the positive, and I know good will conquer evil.
Make someone nice, people without hearing you. Make someone nice, Mr. Defoe.
Will overcome hatred. Oh yeah, living in the positive. Oh children, let not your hearts be troubled. Wipe away your tears and fears. Cause I know love will conquer evil. And I know good will conquer evil. Jah is here amidst the battle, and I know love will overcome
hatred. Ladies and gentlemen, let me hear you scream for the next member of parliament. I present to you Mr. Jullan Defoe, your next MP for Petite Savane. Let me hear you scream, all of you.
Positive, and I know good will conquer evil. Jah is here amidst the battle, and I know love will overcome hatred. Oh yeah, living in the positive. Oh children, let not your hearts be troubled. Wipe away your tears and fears. Cause I know love will conquer evil. Oh, oh yeah. And even through my
all of this is yours right now. You
fear not, Jah is on my side.
Labour, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, political leader, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, Honorable Dr. Kenneth Daru, outgoing parliamentary representative for the Petite Savane constituency, guest speakers, or powerful guest speakers, Senior Minister, Mr. Reginald Austrie, Honorable Dr. Vince Henderson, Honorable Dennis Charles, Honorable Octavia Alfred, coming so far away to visit us, my fellow running mates from the Bellevue constituency, Lakia, from the St. Joseph constituency, Darren, thank you for making the journey to be with us. Other members of the Dominica Labour Party leadership, fellow candidates from other constituencies, constituents of the Petite Savane constituency, Fab, Font-Saint-Jean, Bagatelle, Pointe Caribe, Tene, Stowe, Dubic, Maranatha Square, Pichelin, Bellevue Chopin, and the Petite Savane resettlement community. Thank you very much. A very pleasant good evening to all and welcome to one of the most dynamic Labour Party constituency, and more specifically our host community, Bellevue Chopin and the Petite Savane resettlement area. This constituency have been a pillar and stronghold for 7 consecutive general elections spanning over 30 years and has been represented by hard-working stalwarts hailing from the ever-prestigious community of Petite Savane. Brothers and sisters, such contribution from one single community cannot go unnoticed and therefore deserve to be commemorated and applauded. But now is the time, ladies and gentlemen, has come to pass on the baton to another community and representative to take us forward to this new leg of the journey. Hence, my presence before you tonight is a testament of my acceptance to serve to the best of my ability. I stand before you tonight to wholeheartedly accept the demand and consequences of political life. I know it will not be easy, but I am the man, and I am today because I am the man I am today because I did not choose the easy way. Okay? I am here before you today because of hard work and perseverance. And I am here today to announce that I won't stop until I have touched every life in a very positive way. I am here to provide selfless service for the upliftment of others so they can know what it is to be fulfilled with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Also, before I continue, let us keep our fellow constituents from Cassibros in our mind and prayers. Following the recent flooding and landslide events, this constituency comprises of fisherfolk communities like Saint-Sauveur, Cassibros, where I have worked throughout my career, so therefore I share a special bond with many of these individuals who are affected. My fellow constituents, I want to begin my introduction to you by answering a key and fundamental question, which is, who am I? That many people want to know, and they need to know, oh, what am I? The answer is simply, I am a son of Jullan Defoe, okay, from the coastal fishing community of Fort Saint-Jean. So, by the virtue of you have seen that we share the same surname, which suggests that she was a single parent, and this I will attest to, and I admire her most dearly. And everybody knows that I am my son, my mother's king, and her baby still. Ladies and gentlemen, I attended the Bagatelle Primary School and then the Grand Bay Secondary School, which is now the Pierre Charles Secondary School. After this, I joined the public service and later pursued higher tertiary education. This is while being employed as a public officer, providing me that opportunity. Even though this is a snap election, there is sufficient time to learn more about me as your candidate. I am confident of this because Jullan Defoe, the candidate, is Jullan Defoe, the man, and Jullan Defoe, the man who assisted in the efforts to serve the entire constituency as a civilian after Tropical Storm Erica in 2015 and Hurricane Maria in 2017. After both catastrophic events, I contributed significantly to the transportation of people and supplies by sea through my network of connections using fishing boats and fishing boat owners. Together, we provided support and help connected Petit Savan, Fort Saint-Jean, Bagatelle, and Dubic. And now together in 2022, onward, I want to touch their lives in other ways by serving on a higher level. My dear friends, those who have been on the ground with me in the areas where we have visited thus far in the constituency could testify, even tonight, if they wish to do so, that I do not take anyone's support for granted, because I believe each person's individual support is sacred and invaluable. My brothers and sisters, I am under no illusion about the challenges and pressure that comes with the job of a parliamentary representative. I have experience with my dear friend and even before. Notwithstanding, I am also under no illusion that commitment to hard work, perseverance, and honesty can overcome any negative aspects and therefore provide a platform of representation in the most harmonious and dignified way. While I was an average sportsman, to put it kindly, my behind-the-scenes support for our sports team in the community zonal, and national competition has been unwavering over the years. I have always made organizers know of my willingness to contribute in any capacity required, and I have always delivered. Professionally, I have had the wonderful experience of being a public officer for over 22 years, starting a career as a fisheries officer in the fisheries division before rising to the top position of chief fisheries officer, a post which I have held for over 2 years. Before ascending to the top position and subsequently, I advised ministers of government on fisheries and marine-related matters and accompanied them on foreign missions, including our own Dr. Daru on 1 or 2 occasions. In my own capacity, I have represented the state at many international forums, conventions, with the authority to negotiate and entrusted to articulate the interests of the state at times and even represent ministers of government. Throughout my career, I have written many grant proposals, many of them very successfully, to solicit funding to supplement our fisheries development budgets. I have executed implementation of major recovery projects in the fisheries sector post-disaster situations, from since Hurricane Dean in 2008 and Oma in 2009, and even more so recently, Hurricane Maria in 2017, with the highest level of accountability, some of which were verified by international donors. Post-Hurricane Maria, I serve as the focal point for rehabilitation of our main fisheries infrastructure in Roseau and Marigot with the Japanese government over the period of 1 year negotiating, which resulted in a US $10 million project for the rehabilitation, for which an official handing over ceremony was conducted on November 5th. And many of you would have seen this event live, and many of you would have seen my short address, which is, I have gotten a lot of acclaim from my constituents and many others for this very simple address. In addition to my endless duties, I was appointed by the Ministry of Blue and Green Economy, Agriculture and National Food Security to serve on a committee to set up the first National Conservation Trust Fund for Dominica. And in immediate recognition of my capacity on this committee, I was appointed as the chairperson unanimously. And I wish to add on, although it is not in the speech, that this is a very important institution, and we have already signed a grant agreement, soon in December, partnership agreement, and already have in our accounts some $80,000 of pre-financing, which arrived this week. I say all these things to show that I am well equipped and have proven over time that I can wear several hats and still succeed. As a parliamentary representative, my adaptability will ensure that I serve this constituency's interest at juncture. During his independent address, the Honorable Prime Minister called for a national reset with focus on development and economic growth post-Hurricane Maria and the COVID era. This ambitious mandate demands individuals with a work ethics suited for the journey ahead. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm raising my hand and answering the call. My dear friends, this election will be held on December 6th. And while that month is associated with gift lists and wish lists, I do not want to go down that road of making promises that I cannot keep. I have always been a man of integrity, and I want to continue to keep it real with you forever and ever and always, as long as I'm representative. Within this constituency, there are a number of major projects that are at varying stages, ranging from the planning phase to nearing completion. Some of these major projects I speak of include completion of the housing project funded under the CTB Citizenship by Investment Program in Centre Grand Bay, which will provide high-quality housing for our dear brothers and sisters of the Dubic community. The Lubia to Grand Bay Road soon to commence once all technical issues are ironed out, with eye on a second phase to continue to Bagatelle. The revamping of negotiations for a modern, resilient fisheries facility in the south of the island to be negotiated with the government of Japan, and the process has already begun. Because while the traditional fishing areas has been for seizure, but we have seen the growth of our officials, even from Bellevue, Stowe, Grand Bay, Forsythia. So we have to make sure that we can accommodate all of these individuals. Okay? Housing projects in the Bagatelle community to accommodate the vulnerable and single parents. Ensuring the approved applicants of the World Bank projects homes are constructed at the soonest possible times. And in my constituency, I'm aware of several individuals who are growing in frustration. But please rest assured, there will be renewed energy and vigor to have these homes accomplished. Very high on the agenda, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, we will begin the process for the issuance of the much-awaited certificate of titles for the residents of the Petit Savane resettlement area and others who are beneficiaries of homes in the housing project in Bellevue for the resettlement of the Petit Savane people. And last, dealing with outstanding infrastructural and social issues such as sports, the elderly, home improvements, secondary road improvements, and issues of accessibility in many areas. Brothers and sisters, again, by intensifying just these activities, you already get an idea and appreciation for the task ahead. So I want to stress that my objective will be to accomplish as much as possible during the first term once elected. My intention here tonight is to appeal to you, one and all, for your support and your vote at the polls, with the knowledge that from the moment I accept this role, I commit all my experience and perseverance to the duty of representing you. I know all too very well that it is not an easy job, but I would not have it any other way. I mentioned earlier that your support is sacred and invaluable. I once again appeal to one and all throughout the constituency to entrust myself and the Dominica Labour Party with the support in return. We will use this mandate for the continued development of the stalwart community and the nation in general. Finally, my devotion to this cause would not be possible without the first support of my immediate family, friends, well-wishers, and community members. Therefore, I thank them for their engagement and for allowing me to step into the world of politics to serve the people at a higher level for the greater good of the constituency and the country in general. Thank you very much, and may God bless you. I look forward to your support.